What's up, everyone? This is another how to invest in singles. Today we'll be talking about crystal cards, those that came out in Aquapolis and Skyridge. There's not many of them, but they're very desirable cards. They catch premium prices, and for longevity purposes in investing, these are cards that are timeless in my opinion. So I'm going to look at some PSA pop reports and rank them where they kind of belong in terms of what grade you should maybe buy if you're interested in these cards. Alright, so first up we got Celebi. Celebi came out in Skyridge. This card has been graded, relatively low compared to what we're used to seeing nowadays with modern cards. So under 1,000 cards have been graded with PSA. I'm just going to look at PSA numbers. I think PSA gives us the best sample size because most people do use PSA when they grade cards. They usually demand the highest prices at this current moment, besides Black Label Beckett cards. So the Celebi graded 934 times, 214 tens in the world. So pretty high gem rate, just around 20%. Yeah, just under 20%. Or sorry, just above 20%. Celebi is very popular. It's a very beautiful card. If you're looking at picking up this card, I would say low grades are fine. Yeah, we'll put it there for now. Crobat, another Skyridge card, low PSA 10 pop, and even lower number graded in total compared to the Celebi. You know, Crobat is less of a popular Pokemon, but there are Crobat collectors. So I don't know, maybe we'll put this at... that's tough. I don't know, Crobat's still one of those Pokemon that I would buy this in a 7, so I'm gonna say mid to high grades only. Just because it's Crobat, the PSA 10 pop is low, meaning most of these people that own this in a 10 probably don't want to sell it. It's probably in their personal collections, and so we're not going to see many sales of 10s. People are just going to go after the lower grades, so the 9s, the 8s, there's plenty of 9s, the 7s. So yeah, that's the reason I look at PSA 10 pops, is because at this point in the hobby, these cards are getting more and more unattainable in PSA 10 grades. So based on how high this number is, the 10 number kind of determines where I rank them, in the tier list. Crobat, yeah, I'm gonna leave the Crobat there just because it's Crobat. Low PSA 10 pop. Crobat is, I think you're only buying it if you're a Crobat collector. Crystal Ho-Oh, I think this card is probably the best Ho-Oh card we've ever gotten. I'm gonna put it at safer than, I'm gonna say buy any grade. Ho-Oh, Skyridge, very, very low PSA 10 pop. So far the lowest gem rate out of the 3 that we've seen. 1,095 have been graded with PSA, and only 106 came back at 10. A lot of 9s by any grade. This is such a nice card. Ho-Oh, very, very popular Pokemon, and I don't know who the illustrator is, but this illustration is very unique and abstract, so I really like this card. I think you'd be good with it in any grade, and you'd see growth on it in the long run. So we'll leave it there, by any grade. We'll see, these positions might change at the end of the video, but keep it there for now. Kabutops from Skyridge, pretty high PSA 10 pop. Plenty of them graded. So far the most graded out of the 4 that we've ranked so far. Strange, I don't know if this one was just a bit more common, I'm not sure. I'd imagine they all have the same pull rate. Kabutops, I love this Pokemon. Such a unique Pokemon, and hard to, in the video games he was always super cool to fight against or own on your party. Very high PSA 10 pop though, and that's gonna affect where I put it, because Kabutops is also another Pokemon that's not extremely popular. I think those that grew up in the early 2000s really like him, but those that didn't probably aren't even collecting crystal cards. They're probably collecting modern Ultra. Kabutops, low grades are fine, I think. Yeah, low grades are fine. Maybe not, just because the PSA 10 pop's high. I'm gonna put it mid to high grades only. Kingdra is one of my favorite Pokemon. Unfortunately, they butchered this artwork. I think the rare holo Kingdra from Aquapolis is much more beautiful. This Kingdra, there's nothing about this artwork that I love. The only thing that I like about it is that it's a crystal type, and it's an e-reader with the borders. Just an iconic card in that way, but the artwork is probably my least favorite out of the crystal cards, and I think a lot of people might agree with that. I don't see this card selling for crazy numbers. Yeah, I like PSA 10, also 3K. 94 10s though, so very low pop. I think that's the lowest pop we've seen so far, and that will affect where I put it. And wow, the lowest gem rate. These have been graded so many times, and it has the lowest gem rate. Okay, I think because of that, low grades are fine. But again, the artwork is what matters in the long run, and the Pokemon, but it has the scarcity, so I'm gonna put it low. Grades are fine. Next up, Lugia from Aquapolis. Such a cool card. I don't know if it's the best Lugia we've gotten. I think the Lugia EX from Unseen Forces is the best Lugia we've ever got, so this might be number 2. Doesn't matter. Very awesome card. Very low pop as well. Oh wow, okay. New winner. Lowest gem rate. I'm just, by the way, doing the math in my head, just looking at these two numbers, and this looks like it has the lowest gem rate. It's been graded 2,500 times, almost 2,600 times, and it's only been graded at 138 times. I think we already know where this one's going. It's, I think, a grail in Pokemon. I think this card will hold up and stand the test of time. Nidoking from Aquapolis. I really love this artwork. I love the cartoony like outline that it has. It's a great card. Again, low gem rate, not many 10s in the world, because, you know, compared to like a Celebi here, this has been graded almost twice as many times. No, sorry, it's been graded at 10 almost twice as many times, and so it looks like some of these are much easier to grade than others. The Nidoking, another situation where this card's hard to grade, and it's a cool artwork. I think Nidoking is a very, very collectible Pokemon as well. So I'm gonna put him at by any grade. I know this card probably can be hard to sell, because they are, you know, any grade of these cards are expensive, and so does someone really want to pay $2,000 for like a PSA 7 of a Nidoking? I don't know if that's the price, but it's still a less desirable Pokemon compared to all the Pokemon we have, but it's, you know, it's iconic and it's timeless for that reason. So I'm gonna put it there by any grade. Golem, another amazing artwork, very cinematic, from Skyridge. This card looks like it's super easy to grade. When I say easy to grade, it's all relative to the other Crystal cards. Very easy to grade. Golem, I'd say less Golem collectors than Nidoking collectors in the world, so I'm gonna place it at mid to high grades only. And then the Charizard. Of course, the Charizard. This is a card that's actually very easy to grade a 10. And I'm surprised that there's not many graded with PSA. This doesn't seem right. Like, look, we have almost 1,400 cards graded with PSA. This one, okay, sorry, we saw one in the 2000s. Was it the Lugia? Okay, so that might make sense. This is a different set, Aquapolis, and the Charizard's in Skyridge, so Aquapolis might just have slightly better pull rates than Skyridge, and that seems to be the case. So Charizard, very easy to grade a 10, relatively, but it's Charizard, and it's an artwork that is gonna age with time, right? In a good way. I think it's one of the grails in the hobby, for sure. I think most of us agree. So this is my list right now. I think I'm gonna switch some stuff around. This Kabutops, you know, I'm gonna put Celebi here just because it's Celebi. I'm gonna put Kabutops there. I'm gonna leave these two here. Celebi's, you know, there's craze about these little mythical Pokemon like Mew, Jirachi. I personally love them. They're the best cute Pokemon in Pokemon, not Pikachu. Pikachu's not the best cute Pokemon in Pokemon. These mythical Pokemon are the best cute Pokemon in Pokemon. That's just my opinion, but I know there's lots of Celebi collectors. Cool Trainer Ryan, that guy's got like 200 Celebi Gold Stars. I think Celebi's his favorite Pokemon. So yeah, they exist. Celebi collectors exist. I'm gonna leave the list here, I think, and I think I'm gonna rank it like this. Yeah, I think this is, so ranked in this sort of, or sorry, I'll put the Charizard there as number 1. Just because it's Charizard. The artwork on the Lugia is much better, but you gotta pay the Charizard tax. Anyway, that's it for the video. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like this concept and if you want to see me do it with other types of cards. I like doing it. It's a lot of fun looking at PSA pop numbers. I learn something myself when I do these videos, and I hope you do too. So thanks for watching. That's it for today.